Really is beautiful out here in the Conondale National Park. All you can hear is that beautiful hum of the 1HZ motor, and then it's just the trees, the birds. Just stunning. What more could you want on a Sunday? Right, guys? It's just gorgeous. Got a really nice hill climb. Take you on that. Water off the road, as you can see. It's really very easy driving, very enjoyable. In fact, you know, I wouldn't mind a little bit more water on the track. It's a bit more of an adventure, but it's a real pleasure to drive. And later on I'm just going to stop, pull over and have some lunch and see what bush tucker we can explore and find here along the track. I know there's a fair few native plants that grow in these woods. We're going to see what we can find. Just look at this one, yeah. You're going to sit indoors or you're going to get out here. Say the last HZ vehicle I had was a auto, and it's quite a different experience driving a manual. Although in between I had a Troopy, one of the V8s, 2016 Troopy, which is pretty difficult, pretty different, and but I have to say I'm really happy to go back to a 105. I think, you know, know, for all that's said for the V8s, and you know, they're wonderful vehicles, the 78s, the 79s, the whatever, the 75s, 76s, whatever you call them. I'm a great fan of the 100 series, the 105s in particular, and you know, the bottom line for me is, as I think I say in other vehicles, I believe that four-wheel driving should be accessible to everyone, and you know, you can pick these vehicles up for, you know, under $20,000. You know, this one here that I'm driving now, I paid, you know, around the 20,000 mark. It's a nice puddle here. I paid around the 20,000 mark. It's got just over 200,000. It's a diesel. It's got a full stamped service history, and you know, the bottom line is, you know, yes, you've got more power in a V8. Yes, there's advantages, but I have to say, when I get in a 105 stock standard, it's a hell of a lot more comfy. The seats are, you know, it's like sitting in your lounge in a 79 or any of the 70 series. The first thing you want to do is change the seats, which isn't cheap. You know, there's a lot of other good things about the 105s. And you know, you can't say, you wouldn't want to say too quickly that the engines are worse. There's certainly less powerful, but you know, do you really need that huge amount of extra power when you're going at slow speeds most of the time off-road, unless you're you know, one of these people that likes to go, you know, crazy, thrashing their four-wheel drives around, going on the toughest tracks, doing the toughest possible things all the time. Well, you know, if that's your thing, then fair enough, maybe you do, but for me, I'm quite content. You know, for me, what I'm interested in is exploring the country, and it doesn't have to be, you know, exploring the country on the toughest possible track. I'm happy to explore the country and see that there's maybe, you know, Route A and Route B, both are off-road, and I don't have to take the deepest possible mud track. So, you know, it's still adventure, and for me, I can do it in a $20,000 vehicle, not a $100,000 vehicle, and I don't think that there's 5 times or 4 times or whatever it is the benefit in having a 70 series Land Cruiser as opposed to having a 105. Anyway, you know, that's the sort of the rant, if you like, over. Everyone's got their vehicle of choice. I'll go into the 105 and my experiences in a bit more detail. Everyone knows that these things, you know, you can start them off in the bottom of New South Wales.